I haven't been fully honest about what's been happening in our bathroom, and it's time I tell the truth. So come with me as I clean the bathroom and I'll tell you what really happened. If you saw my previous bathroom video, then you know a family member offered to help us finish this renovation. And if you didn't, we're a family of 6 living with 1 restroom. So this bathroom wasn't just a project, it was something we really needed. We had already done the hard part, foundation, walls, everything to get it started. But we ran out of money before we could finish it. So when we got the phone call, we were absolutely shocked. We weren't expecting help. We weren't asking for it, but we were so grateful. They offered to hire people to come finish the bathroom for us. And the next morning, they were here. And that's when things started to feel a little off. At first, I ignored it because this was a gift. And I didn't want to come across ungrateful. And honestly, I didn't want to make things complicated. But the first red flag showed up when it came time to pick in the tile. Instead of asking what I wanted, the tile guy kept telling me what I could use. Now, as an interior decorator, I've worked with tile installers before. I know what's possible. And I never worked with these guys, but I still wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. So instead of choosing exactly what I wanted, I started choosing what he was comfortable installing. And that's where I should have listened to my gut. There were moments where he would ask me if he could do things the wrong way just to make his job easier. I wanted vertical tile, he wanted horizontal, so he wouldn't have to be so detailed. And I kept thinking, this is something I have to live with for the next 10 years. So I stood my ground, but things never really felt right after that. As the work went on, we started noticing more and more issues. And every time we saw something wrong, we brought it up to the contractor because he was the only one we had direct contact with. Then one day, everything shifted. The tile guy said he ran out of material and asked us to buy more. My husband noticed we had extra tile from another section, so we thought, let's return what we don't need and use that money instead. We were trying to be thoughtful, trying to save our family member money. But when my husband called the contractor, before he could even explain, the contractor cut him off. He said, you don't need to be contacting me. If the tile guy needs something, he can call me. And hung up. That didn't sit right. But again, we stayed quiet. Because this wasn't our money, and we didn't want to cause a problem over something that was meant to be a blessing. Then one day, my husband got a call from our family member, and the first thing he asked was, why didn't you tell me he was disrespecting you? And that's when everything came to light. Someone had overheard the conversation and told him. And the moment I heard that, my heart just sank. Because I knew this wasn't just a small issue anymore. Our family member immediately called the contractor and told him off. And just like that, everything stopped. But here's the part that hurts the most. The contractor had already been paid, in full. And when everything went down, he walked away with the money and left the job unfinished. I felt sick. Not even because the bathroom wasn't done, but because someone who was trying to bless us ended up being taken advantage of. When our family member came to see the work, it got really quiet. You know those moments where everything just stops? That's what it felt like. We talked about ripping everything out and starting over, doing it the right way. And honestly, that would have been the easiest solution. But I couldn't bring myself to do it because I knew that meant they would have to pay all over again. So we made the decision. Fix what absolutely needed to be fixed and leave the rest. The shower isn't perfect and I see every flaw, but it works. And for now, that's enough. We brought in our tile guy, someone we trust, to rip up the flooring and reinstall it correctly. And immediately, everything felt different. The care, the attention, the respect for our home. It was night and day. Nobody won in this whole situation. My family member lost the money he was going to use in the space. The contractor was actually working for my family member, which he lost all business going forward. And for us, well, the bathroom is functional. we have a toilet, we have a shower, but we still don't have a vanity. So yes, now we have to walk to the kitchen to wash our hands. And I think the hardest part about all of this wasn't even the bathroom. It was the feeling of not knowing what to say or how to say it without sounding ungrateful. Because when someone blesses you, you don't want to question anything. You don't want to seem difficult, so you stay quiet, even when something doesn't feel right. But if there's one thing I learned from this, it's that you can be grateful and still speak up. You can appreciate the blessing and still protect what matters to you. Because at the end of the day, this is our home. This is the space my family lives in every single day. There were so many moments where I thought, should I say something? Am I overthinking this? Is this going to turn into something bigger? And I kept choosing to just let it go. But looking back now, I can see exactly where things started to go wrong. And I know I'm not the only one who's been in this situation like this, where you're trying to be respectful, trying to keep the peace, but something just doesn't sit right. And honestly, moments like this remind me why I started this journey in the first place. Because I know what it feels like to want your home to feel complete and to not always have the resources or the right people to make that happen. And that's why I keep going. This whole experience has been a lot, but I'm choosing to focus on what matters. The fact that someone cared enough to help us, the fact that we're closer than we were before, the fact that we're still moving forward. And honestly, I thank God this happened here and not a bigger project for our family member, because it could have been so much worse. So now, we keep going. We go back to what we can control. We go back to the journey. I still have money left over from my coin challenge. So let's see what we can finish next on our journey to get monetized so that we can give free room makeovers.